So what's up guys, it's your boy Israel Guineo here again, and today in this video I'll be teaching you step-by-step guide on how to file your annual returns in Nigeria. Everything you need to know to file your annual returns, and I'll also take you to the website. I'll help you to fill the information so that you know what you fill in each information. I'll make it easy for you, and the video is going to be very short as possible. Before I take the video, don't forget to smash the subscribe button, click on the notification button so that anytime I release videos like this, you'll be the first to see it. In this video I'll be teaching you guys on how to file your annual returns at CAC. Now, like I've done in other videos, I've released videos on how to register an account with CAC, how to get familiar with the CAC website, and how to register a business name with CAC. Now, if you're having issues with any other registrations on CAC, you can just comment it on the comment below and I'll make a video as to that. But today in this video I'll be teaching you guys on how to file your annual returns. So annual return is always filed at the end of the year, but if it is a new company, it is not the end of that particular year, because it is after 16 months that you file an annual return. So I'll be taking you through how to file your annual returns step by steps on how to file your annual returns. But the first thing that you need to know, that you file your annual return at the end of the financial year of a company, and of course the end of financial year it's December. Then another information you should know is that you need to file a financial statement. It has to do with all your financial costs, your profit, your loss, your gross profit, and so on and so forth. Everything must be in your financial statement. So I'll be showing you why you need it, because this information will be very, very important when you are filing your annual returns at CAC. Because once you send the document to CAC, they check it and they are sure that it's the document that you are filing. Then once they are sure that it's what you are filing and is correct with the document you uploaded, because even after you must have filled the necessary information on the CAC portal, you need to submit your financial statement documentation on the CAC portal. I'll show you where you submit it as well, so that they will cross-check it and see whether it is true or not. Now, to file annual returns, before it is 5,000 naira, but now it's 10,000 naira. So if you want to file annual returns in Nigeria, you have to pay 10,000 naira to CAC. Now, I made a video on how to pay it through the Remitter platform. Now, if you have not watched my video, a review on the Remitter platform, kindly watch the review on the Remitter platform on one of my videos to know how you can pay on Remitter. You actually pay the money through this Treasury single account. But if you don't know how to do it, while I'll teach you how to do it as we continue this video. Now, the first thing you do if you want to file annual return is to type post.cac.gov.ng. Then after it must have loaded, I'm sure you are conversant with this, then you click on the login. Then you allow it to log in. So after it must have logged in, it will bring you to this specific page. Now, I'm sure if you have watched some of my other videos, you would have been seeing this page occur and reoccur. This page is actually what it must show. The next page once you log into your account. Now, I've always said that if you want to do any post incorporation is majorly done after you have registered your company and you want to change something. Maybe you want to change director, but pre is when you're about to register a company. Maybe you want to apply for registration of a business, a company, or an NGO. Now, what to do after you must have typed post is you type the name of the company you want to file annual returns. Now, if you are a lawyer, you need to get the name of the particular company you want to file annual returns. Now, once you know the name of the particular company, I will type the name of the company, but you guys will not be able to see it. So once you have gotten the name of the company, then you put the name of the company here and then you click on search. So you make sure that the company has already been registered, because if the company has not been registered, it will not show here. So once you click the name of the company and you have seen the name of the company, then you click on proceed. Then of course you allow it to wait, you allow it to load. So once it has loaded, it will bring it to this particular page of the CAC. Now, like I've said, this is where the bulk of the work in your filing annual returns is being done. Now, if you want to file your annual returns is at the top here. So all you need to do is click on annual returns, and then once you click on the annual returns, you click on annual returns. You click on this particular page, start annual returns filing. Now, I'll take you through the step by steps on how you need to do it. Then you click on proceed. And like I've always told you, make sure that you have the money available. Now, you are supposed to pay 10,000 naira, but plus or minus the extra fees that you are going to pay, just have about 12,000 with you, so that it will cover the total number of fees that you are supposed to pay to others. If you want to file your annual returns, there are 4 stages that is included in filing annual returns. The first stage is the annual returns details. That's where you include details of the company and so on and so forth. Then you move to this second page. This second page is where it's called PSC details. That's persons of significant control. Now, what will be contained here, I will inform you later, but you must know that PSC means persons of significant control. Those are the people that are directors that have the highest number of shares in the company. So you put their details here. Then of course the preview is just shows you what you have filled here and filled here. Then this is where you make the payment. The fourth one and the final one is where you make the payment. So once you have done that, then you put the name of the company here. Then the RC number must be there. Then of course the annual returns made up to what. So, and like I told you before, you file annual returns at the end of the financial year of the company. So you could put about December, you could put December 20th, December 30th, and so on and so forth. Then you could put, let's assume you put 13th day of December 2020. Maybe they are filing annual returns for 2020 because they have not filed it before. And one important thing you should know is that if you want to do any post-incorporation matter at CAC and you have not filed annual returns first, your filing would be queried. So, and CAC will tell you to file annual returns before you do any post-incorporation matter. Whether it be change of name, change of director, you must first file annual returns. Annual returns is actually compulsory for companies. Every year, companies must file their annual returns. Then, of course, you must include the date of general meeting. Now, another information you should know is that for the end of the financial year of the company, they do what is called a general meeting. It is the general meeting that they would state their financial statement, what they earn, and so on and so forth like that. So the date of the general meeting must be stated here. Now, it's very important that you put a date before you file your annual return. So let's assume the date you made your financial statement was 30th of December. You count 14 days before 30th of December, and that's the date you put here. So 14 days before 30th of December, that's the date you put here. Then the classification code. Classification code basically say what the company does and what they are into. So for this company, they are into administrative and supportive service activities. So that's what this company does. Then principal activity, you can decide to leave it, you can decide to include it. Now, one of the very important things that you should also know is that any information that you find a red dot there, they are very, very important and must be filled up. They are very, very important and must be filled up. So if you don't fill it up and you submit, it might be queried, your registration might be queried. So that's one thing you should have at the back of your mind. Then afterward, you can leave this because it has already been stated that it's a private company limited by share. Then of course, the name of the building, where the company is located, Abeokuta, Ogun State, and so on and so forth. You could leave it like that. You don't need to do any other thing here. You could also leave it here because you have already stated where the register office is, so you don't need to fill this one. The red dot is not there, so you can afford to leave it and not fill it up. Also included in this one, so you don't need to fill it up. Once you have filled up this particular one, then after that you scroll down, you can leave this one alone. You don't need to fill it as well. Then of course you don't need to fill all this information too as well. Then you make sure you state whether the share is ordinary, or you state the particular type of share it is, whether it's ordinary share. So if it's ordinary share, you put the particular number of shares in it. Now this one is already stated is 5 million share capital. So share capital of this company is 5 million. So it's good like that. All you need to just leave it like that. Then the total aggregate amount unpaid. Now when you're filing your financial statement, I said you must have a documentation. That's your financial statement paper. That's that document that you file, that an accountant filed for you. That document, you have a total aggregate amount unpaid. If you have some amount that you have unpaid, kindly fill the information here. It's very important. But if it is not there, you can still afford to leave it. Then of course, because it's an ordinary share capital, it's not a preference share capital, you can afford to leave this one. But if it's a preference share, then you have to put it here. So that's basically how it is. So make sure that all the information that in red dot must be filled up. Then of course the total number of shares. So if the total number of shares is five shares, then total agreement of nominal share value. So you have to put the nominal share value as stated in the document. So if you're a lawyer or an accountant and you want to file it for someone, always ask for their financial statement of the year they are filing. So once they send you the financial statement, then you fill the number of shares, the total agreement number, nominal value, then the total amount unpaid, you fill it into it as well. Then under here you write ordinary shares, because the company is actually an ordinary share, not preference share. Then also very important is this turnover. Now, just like I've been saying before, the company has a financial statement document that has been sent to you. Now under the document you will see the total turnover of that particular year they are filing. Like I said before, they are filing for let's assume they are filing for 2020. So for 2020 you have the total turnover. It will be calculated that you see the figure there, and then the total turnover of the years in words. So what you wrote in numbers here, you write them in words. Then the total net assets of the year, you must write them also here in figures and then translate them in words as well. Then finally, list of persons holding share or stock in the company on the 14th day after the annual general meetings so you can afford to also leave this one there. This is basically not something that if you don't fill it, it will be queried. You can afford to also leave this one as well. Then authentication, you make sure you put either the director or the secretary, the full name of the director of the company, and also stated in the financial statement that was given to you, you find the full names of the director and the description, maybe what the director is actually doing, maybe is an entrepreneur and so on and so forth. So once you have filled all those information, then you click on save and continue. So once you click on save and continue, you move to persons of significant control. Now persons of significant control are in two types. It could be individuals, that's private person, or it could be a company. Now like you all know, a person can be a shareholder of a company, or another company can be a shareholder of a company. Like you have a holding company and a subsidiary company. So that's how it works. So what you do is that you check your financial statement as well, then you upload it. It's a person that has a highest number of shares there. Now how do you know a person has a number of shares? For example, let's assume there are 5 people in a company and one has 2 million, one invested 2 million naira, another person invested 1 million naira, another person invested 1 million naira, another person invested 1 million naira. Automatically you know that the person that invests 2 million naira is a shareholder. So when you click on this one, because you are not filling any information now, so that's why you're not be able to go into it. But once you click this one, you see persons of significant control. You can either fill 2 names, that is persons of significant control if they are individuals, or you can fill a company. So once you fill the full names, their details, their information, so you either fill whether it's an individual or it's a company that has the highest number of shares there. Then you fill all the information. They are pretty straightforward actually. You just fill the information as. So anytime any information that they ask of you, you also see it in the financial document that was sent to you. Then after you have finished that, you click on continue, and then of course you see the preview. The preview will just help you to look at everything you have filed once again. And after you have checked preview, then you make payment. Then after you have made payment, then you have filed your annual returns. After you have filed returns, you will wait for CAC to whether approve it or query it. But if you follow the step-by-step procedures on how to do it, they will not query it. So that's basically how to file your annual returns for any company. If you like this video and you want to see more of it, don't forget to smash the subscribe button, click on the notification button so that anytime I release videos like this, you'll be the first to see it.